What's up, everybody? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? Guys, what a mega comeback since the last stream. Mega comeback. Bouncing hard, boys. Bouncing hard. Bouncing so hard. Fantastic. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Good to see you, Doberman. Good to see you, fam. How you doing? Fam, yeah, we'll probably bring the Bitcoin predictions back next week, all right? We're starting to get on a better schedule. Today I had to do a shorter stream, but I'm streaming when I can. Streaming when I can, but I appreciate you guys tuning in like always. We're going to get back on track here. Next week, probably do 3 maybe. I'll keep you guys updated on how that goes.
This is the type of beat that make the ghetto girls play.
Do you think new all-time high Bitcoin will be 136K in April? We're just hoping for 100K this year first. Let's get 100K this year first, then I'll be happy. 100K this year, and we'll have a mega party. Have a mega party. Yeah, we're going to get the stream ramped back up again next week, okay? Be ready for normal stream. Come back next week. We'll probably start on Tuesday, though. There'll still be, like, less streams, but... Guy said, which is the correct answer? Lower time frame, follow higher time frame, or to higher time frame, follow lower time frame? Start with higher time frame, then dive to lower time frame. What's up, Tim? What's up, Flashy? How you doing? About to jump into Bitcoin here. Back to 59K, almost hitting a high of 60K, man. Massive jump. And, you know, the other big news is XRP with a massive jump. XRP with a massive jump. I know there's a lot of people excited about that one. My goodness. You guys finally got something. Finally got some good news on XRP for once in your life, but didn't really do anything too crazy, right? Just like, what did it do? Like, let's see. XRP. Major jump all on the NASDAQ as well today. XRP back to 62. Yeah, that's about it. All right, let's touch on some news. Just recently, we had the FTX ordered to pay $12.7 billion in damages to customers and fraud victims. That's nuts. About 44 minutes ago. Housing markets, we saw a slight relief, man. We've been hitting those all-time highs forever. So maybe rate cuts still in the name of September potentially. Yo, what's up, Dame? Welcome back. I don't even know. Is the other stream public? Yeah, it says it's public. And then we had the Palantir and Microsoft. Palantir, major jump. That was up 26%, I think, on their earnings. And then obviously that update. Yeah, look at that drop and then pop, man. Right off 22. Crazy moves on Palantir with the Microsoft news. Major day today. They had good earnings, obviously, with that major gap up. They beat on both Rev and EPS. 10% today, though, with that Microsoft news. The Ripple news was interesting, man. $125 million penalty for the security law violation in a 4-year battle with the SEC. Okay. So, you know, finally got out of that lawsuit. And you can see that it's up today. Let me go through. Anything that we had that was too major? Not really. Markets are just kind of, the volatility in these markets right now is awesome. Like, we're getting some pretty decent back and forth in these. pretty decent back and forth on these markets. Happy XRP day, he's a dude. You're funny, man. Look at the weekly candle on the NASDAQ. Bitcoin weekly candle as well. Let's see. I bet it's insane. It is. Look at that Bitcoin weekly candle. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the Bitcoin and the NASDAQ weekly candle. It's just too nice. Just too nice. Way too nice. But let's go ahead and just get into some charting here because it's a little bit short of a stream today. We'll get back to it very soon, very soon. Let's see here. Something's being weird with the link. Sorry, the stream link's being weird. All right, let's go ahead and dive into Bitcoin. Why not? Appreciate you all tuning in yet again. And a little bit shorter stream today, but we're going to dive into Bitcoin and its mega bounce back. Everything's lagging for me today. It's weird. All right, so we have kind of regained, you know, this previous lower high. Now, we were watching these lows before on Bitcoin, right? We were watching these lows before to see if we could kind of pop back over them, right? We were bearish on Tuesday. We were a bit bearish on Tuesday, but seeing it actually break through that 58K, which you see was majority on the volume there with the money flow profile, as well as if you look at the weekly candle, right? If you look at the weekly charts, dude, this is gonna make me mad. We're this slow today. Even with the weekly charts, right? We had those open close highs on between that 60 and 57.5 level. And now we are back in that zone as well. So already, you know, trading well above that with 3 days and 6 hours left. Do we actually, do we actually kind of recover from here? Was that the move we needed to like maybe actually get a new all-time high? That's kind of the premise right now. It's like usually when you have these volatility lows like this, you can actually line up for a potential all-time high move. So let's keep a close eye on that, see where we're heading. Going into the rest of this week, we really just want that bullish close this week, but it being back where it's at, it seems to me that we might potentially get that 60K break today or tomorrow. That's kind of the big watch, right? The concerning factor is, look on the daily. What's up, Georgie? Yeah, it's been in a range for a while. The concerning factor is that Fibonacci retracement, right? From here to here, we're at that 50% right now, also within that imbalance as well, right? We've just now touched that first imbalance on the downside. Happens to be close to these previous lows as well. So kind of, yeah, this area here coming from that weekly zone that we had plotted lines up beautifully with the 50% retracement. We'll see how it plays around 60. 60 is going to be that big number to watch for sure on Bitcoin. 60K is going to be that number. All right, so watch, see if we break back over 60. Be good. Yo, Muppet, what's up, man? RB Sniper, how you doing, man? Again, guys, next week we're going to be kind of jumping back into this a little more and getting back on track with the streams. I'm going to restart my browser. This is just not working. Give me 1 sec. Oh, not that browser. Let's go back. No, that shouldn't be right. Give me a new window. All right, let's try this again. You gonna load for me this time? That seems a little better. Let's see. There we go. Much faster. Let's see what Bitcoin looks like on the oscillator as well today. Because I mean, there you go. Look at that. Look at that massive. So remember, yeah, it's working much better now. Remember before we were concerned about this approaching that 50 level to see if we get a turning point before. But on Tuesday, we saw that it actually broke this swing right here. it broke this swing point here on the oscillator. So seeing that, we were a little bit more bullish on the oscillator versus bearish because we were super extended. We got down to 5 here on the oscillator, ended up clearing the 50 level, and now creating a beautiful turning point. That was on Thursday, so today on the 4 hour, making that nice breaking move after that. Obviously, you can see now we would be claiming a beautiful turning point on the oscillator today if it closes where it's at. It looks like it wants to. Price hasn't really fluctuated much at all. Guy said imbalance toolkit is badass, dude. Awesome, man. I'm glad you like it. Go through Stinger or not, I appreciate it. So, I mean, we still are in concerning with that 60K mark. So I would just focus on that. But with the market extended like it is on the oscillator here, I don't see why we couldn't at least retest 60K, and then we'll kind of see where we're at on the daily after that. But we also have that imbalance we pretty much have filled. Pretty much have filled the imbalance, dude. But not bad, not bad. Not too shabby. Let's go look at Ethereum. Ethereum making its bounce back as well. We got to get a recovery back to 2,800 though. It hasn't really done much. It's super extended. Hasn't really done much to even get close to that 2,800 mark. We're gonna need to see if we can bounce and maybe recover 2,900, and then that 3K is gonna be interesting. But again, if Ethereum is one of those that you've been wanting to buy, gosh, I wish I could have gotten the buy off this 21.19. That'd been awesome. The other day, remember 25.20 was a good price we liked for a potential buy off of, but it's just coming off these highs, man. It is pulling back a bit, but the ETFs are now trading with it. So far, it's not too bad, actually. Ethereum with the small recovery, but again, it's still in that strong bearish daily trend, as you can see here. Weekly time frame was consolidating. It finally broke down from that neo cloud. So to get full price recovery, we need to get back up over 30. Was it neo cloud sitting right below 3250? But I would want to get back inside that neo cloud, otherwise be bearish before that. And you have this mega imbalance there too. So yeah, watch these lows big time. 2,800 is that price we want to see here on Ethereum to recover. Yet again, another beautiful oscillator play or setup here on Ethereum on this turning point before it made this breaking move. So there's just this sold off so much more. This sold off so much more than Bitcoin. So it's like there's still a lot to recover. Bitcoin is actually recovering compared to Ethereum. The volume's just not there. Yeah, great recovery. So weekly going green. I didn't see what was the Ethereum weekly? Was that green yet? Not green yet. So it's gonna have to get green. Ethereum, that's what I would focus on. The oscillator on the weekly looks terrible on Ethereum. It looks like it wants to break lower. Oscillator on the weekly for Bitcoin too doesn't look the best. So I would want to see, we're just gonna have to continue to hold 60 and get that oscillator to turn back around after retesting the below 50 range here, and then maybe we get that move to all-time highs. I do think there's good probability there. We'll see. We shall see. My top 3 indicators right now: money flow profile, price action concepts. Honestly, the suite on top of money flow profile probably my favorite right now. I want to see, was there any 5-minute setups just recently that we talked about here on Bitcoin? Any 5-minute setups? Let's see here. Let's see. Get rid of the Neo Cloud 1 sec. Let me get the midterm. All right. There's no signal that plotted there yet. Look for that. This is similar to what we were looking at before on Friday or on Tuesday. I don't think there was any since then. Maybe one. Not really. Yeah, nothing really. Price didn't really extend once it was down here. It didn't really make any extension moves. Here was one. Maybe. No, it didn't. It's too far down. No extensions. This was yeah, this is already past Monday, so no real setups on the on Bitcoin for us. For that setup we were talking about on Tuesday. They're just taking liquidity before they dump more. I would say, yeah, that's possible. We got to see on the daily though. Does this candle close lower? That's the biggest concern. Does the candle close lower? Does Bitcoin close, you know, below 58K today or something? That's when I would consider that potentially. It's just that's such an aggressive 4-hour candle. The chart on the 4-hour looks really solid. It's a nice little bounce. Nice little bounce. Let's go look at gold. Gold as well, making its rounds, right? We could potentially look at Nifty. We're gonna take suggestions in a minute. All right, 1 day, man. Today up 1.7%. That's pretty big for gold. 4-hour. 4-hour here. It's a bit concerning right here at 24.21. I would watch that. 24.21. Kind of this area. That's a little bit concerning. We are above that that high volume node there. We just actually broke out of the high volume node, so it does look good to the upside with it holding. 2400 was pretty keen there. Nice little breakout. The oscillator overall looks super solid. Man, this thing's just trading back and forth. But notice it actually bounced off of its node as well. This high volume node here. That's good. A lot of back and forth though. Gold looks good. If it could hold this structural point here, if it could hold that. Look at price action. We had that nice breakout there, then it fully broke. It's crazy because we originally were watching this move here and we're plotting these upper levels, and now it came back down on news, back up again. News is everything with gold for sure, but otherwise it moves in small trends. Gold right now. Let's see here. If we get a proper fib extension off of this current swing point, you're going to want to see this thing move to at least this previous swing high. That makes sense. I would say at least there. 24.52. Right off of this news high before it dumped. That'd be it. That's what I would look for. But, yeah, right back to retest that imbalance that it just took out. Just because if you see like the Fibonacci on gold here, this 50% level lines up with these previous high. We got to see something like that for a full change. So it looks good for that continuation. If that doesn't happen right away, I would watch this high here for 24.32. I could give it up to 24.33. Just 24.30 is a good price target right now on gold. 1 hour. 1 hour is extended, so it does look like it potentially wants to come back. This lines up nicely with a swing. I mean, you got a breaker here. See if it actually holds those highs on gold. Highs be 24.16, and then maybe we can make that play to 24.50, 24.30 again. What's that price? I'd rather it very shortly, in the next hour, go to 24.30. 24.30. Yeah, the NASDAQ and the ES bounced back majorly today. Look at this found. Crazy bounces. Again, let's take a look. Where's the fib sitting, right? It's not at the best spot yet. The previous lower low, it's sitting nicely. From here though, again, let's pull up the money flow profile. You see what I mean? You can't go wrong. Money flow profile. I mean, it's absolutely free indicator. But there's your volume node, right? Now, before it even hit that, let's see. Was the volume there? Yes. The volume was still there. This was back on that Friday the 2nd before it made a bigger dump, right? Volume node sitting there. It's also lined up with previous highs. It's like price immediately recovers back into that. and then has a bullish day close, right? Pretty much enticing you to kind of claim that level on the upside. We had 2 back-to-back days that went up to test this the 5300s on the ES. But imagine, very nice little bounce back there on the S&P. NASDAQ broke below it. NASDAQ usually higher volatility. So, you know, this is an interesting comparison because this already almost went down to retest this exact low. Like this move is so massive here. We're retesting that imbalance now, but this move is so massive here. There you go. You got a 17% correction from the highs. That's, you know, can't really get better than that. I would want to get back through this zone though that we have plotted here. 1850, 18,583, 18,813. Let's go to that 4 hour here. I mean, we're still not above that. Let's go to the weekly. Still not above that. Right? Very nice potential bullish close though on the weekly. That's what you're going to want to see tomorrow. Does it break back up? I would want it to close on the weekly, honestly, above 18,800. If that's possible on the NASDAQ, I think we would see some nice moves. Yeah. Close back over this 4 hour low. It's a very aggressive low. If it closes back over that, I mean, if it can close over 19K, that'd be insane. Yo, Willis, what's up? How you doing? Appreciate you being here. That would be insane. So, man, I want to get into trading. What is some advice? Someone's making new, brand spanking new. Side wish. What kind of trading interests you, first off? It's kind of different for everybody. What kind of trading interests you? Like, are you looking to trade futures, to trade crypto? Like, figure out what type of trading you're looking at. The indicators I'm using now is the money flow profile, signals and overlays, and price action concept. Let's look at Solana, guys. This is Trading View. Solana actually made, remember what we said, though, on Thursday, right? Dude, why is it doing that again? Sorry, on Tuesday. On Tuesday, let's see the Tuesday candle. Next few hours, lower time frame Bitcoin. We can look at it again. On Tuesday, remember we had this mega bounce back. Now, again, on Tuesday, this was way different. What the heck? This was way different of a candle setup than Bitcoin was. This was an actual V-bounce setup. On Tuesday, remember we had these several candles coming off of an aggressive low through 120. Remember we liked the 121 buy that had limit orders there for a while. We got that 121 buy. So we were back into it, breaking back out, right? Breaking back out and event not showing any resistance. This thing went up and just broke lower highs. This trend full on just got crushed, right? And then started closing over those key weekly levels. This was pretty much telling you on Tuesday that it's probably going to continue this move. We can see here on the daily as well, it decided to continue the move. Tuesday closed up around 144, then today hit a high of 162. I mean, that's incredible of a bounce back. I can't believe we even got that low of a price here on Solana. I mean, that was impressive. Back over that high volume node as well here. That's what you want to see, especially on a daily time frame. Solana looks really solid. Weekly candle is incredible. I mean, every time this thing goes down to 120, guys, or anywhere in the 120s on Solana, it just gets bought. It 100% just gets bought up. It's so much better right now. I need to turn my mic up. Right, testing. I don't think that's. Is that better? Yeah. This is even the right one. What about this? This turning it up? Not really. I don't know why my. Oh well, okay. That's that later. But overall, yeah, it's just there. That's working there. That's working now. Solana closing where it's at this week would be huge. Get that close on Solana this week would be insane. High volume nodes, all it is majority volume, right? So on like Solana daily here, the yellow is your high volume. So boom to boom, here to here, right? 133, you can see it even in the middle. 133 to 149 was high volume. Again, you want to be up or down. You want to see it on either side of that. And once it breaks out, it usually can signal a trend state for anything, really. Good on high time frames. Buy Solana. I buy Solana every week, man. I'm not gonna say you should buy or sell it. Do a little bit of research before you buy it. But AVD, you were ignored. No, I'm looking at like 3 chats here. I'm sorry. Not trying to ignore you. Not trying to ignore you, man. Best gold spot scalping. I don't really scalp gold, but we could look at some fun stuff here in a minute. We're going to go back to Bitcoin here in a minute. But yeah, Solana, guys, right now on the weekly, just closed over last week's high. Or sorry, on the daily. Closed over yesterday's high, which is 155. Weekly time frame. I mean, this is perfect. Close anywhere around here. 160 on the weekly would be incredible. Crude oil bouncing as well. This thing literally just bounced directly off those lows. 17% order block there. 72 bounce for the most part. Swept the 72 lows. Again, this pretty much just took out that low. Now it's ready to kind of make that rally back. This is why, you know, sometimes trading like gold or like trading like crude oil is way better. It just moves at its fluctuations are a lot easier to trade than you see on like Bitcoin and stuff. It's just crazy moves. Let's see. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin almost, man. Almost tagged it. What was it? 5,900. It was $100 away from 60. $100 away from 60. Man wanted to look at this other guy wanted to see Bitcoin lower time frames next few hours. Let's look at the 15 minute. I don't think I'll go lower than a 15 minute. 15 minutes inside that weekly zone. I mean, here you go. Look at this high volume node play again. Bounce here, right? Is that a node when it was here? Kind of. Yeah, majority volume sitting there. And then it kind of just adjusted itself. Touched it again and then made its run. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, it almost swept those lows. Almost. It just retested that node and took off. So, yeah. I mean, Bitcoin right now, it makes sense why it's triggering this high. 60K is going to be that price point, man. I don't think it would touch it after this, but again, it is coming down off that high. You might want to see a slight pullback. This is playing nice. Anywhere between 58,295, 58,673 on the 15 minute, I think could actually make that pullback. Again, though, I would love to see this thing close 60K today, if not tomorrow. I do, yeah. That would make the most sense, like 58,300 maybe. Top of this 857,849. So yeah, keep a close eye on that. I don't know. Keep a close eye anywhere above. Let's see here, 57,251 for a bounce back. What do you think Bitcoin reached an all-time high? The all-time high idea here, right? So Bitcoin finally making its full-on correction back, right? This is the weekly time frame. Last time it had that wick of the 50s, it took us 1 month. Took us about a little less than 1 month to retest the highs, right? So let's see here if we get this weekly close like this. Give us like a few weeks and see if we can go at least retest in the 70s. We can retest in the 70s. How do you use money flow? Which one? Money flow profile? Just to use it. If we can retest in the 70s in the next month, that'd be fantastic. This is a good thing. So here's seasonality on Bitcoin. Let's see here. So last year, Bitcoin was down 11% in 2023. August was up 16%. This year, it was up 3% so far. Let's see, man, Bitcoin doesn't really have crazy seasonalities. April looks like it's a pretty green month. September's mixed, right? We had September of 21. That was the last halving, by the way. September of 21 was the last halving, I think. Last. Let me look at the dates again. That was May 11th, sorry. Last halving year. May 11th, 2020. Yes, sorry. 2020. Let's see. May 2020. Where was 2020 at in September? It's up 2%. So going a year outside of that, so 2024 into 2025, maybe we'll see a green month. I don't know. Right now, I don't. What's the monthly look like? The month's probably green already. No, it's not. All right, yeah, I pulled back. So we'll see how this monthly does. I just need. We need over 60K on the month for sure. Big J in the house. Yeah, what's up, Adam? How you doing, man? But we had November, December, right? November, December, always green. So, you know, this is why we're keen on a bull run coming soon. 2023, we had a bull run in October. It was bullish. So we'll see. I mean, again, end of the year, I think it's when that run's going to come. End of the year. Yo, Rama, we're just looking at some charts here, guys. Again, this will be a shorter stream today. I only got a little bit more time, and then we're gonna call it. But we'll be back next week normal times. All right, be back next week normal times. We'll be here for another 10, 15 minutes. All right, gold though. I mean, let's look at the Bitcoin lower. It may be wise to sell the reef rally to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana back lower. I don't think Solana, man. I think Solana is here to stay in the 40s or 50s. I think it was worth buying in the 120s every time it touches it. I mean, it would just every time it had no problem. Yes, that bullish hammer on Bitcoin Weekly is insane. That's why we want to close like that, man. If we can close like that, it'd be nuts. This guy's spamming Bank Nifty for 100th time. Let's just look at it really quickly. The problem is it's just... You guys are pretty solid, actually. This thing still looks like it wants to come lower. Bank Nifty, to me, wants to go lower, man. You got a weekly time frame here. It looks like it really wants to touch 48. Let's pull back from that high. Nice structure, though. High volume, yeah, even your high volume node sig right at 48, man. That's what I'd go for. I think this thing could go lower to 48. We'll see. See how the rest of the markets do. But for Bank Nifty right now on the daily, it looks like it wants to go potentially lower. 4 hour, 48. I mean, look at all that volume sitting down there. It might not go as far as 48. It's retested 50, right? It's trying to hold that 50. But if you get a clean break and a hold below these lows, this thing's probably going to drop lower. I wouldn't be too bullish on it yet. We're not in bullish structure. Not in bullish structure. Let's go back to gold. Gold right now, I mean, this is a good day for gold. Like, if you go back on the 15-minute, look at how choppy it's been, right? Chop, 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 chop. Finally made it run up. Had that sell-off, thought it was a good day. Chop just had a few pullbacks. Yeah, I wouldn't be too bullish on Nifty yet, to be honest. Very extended on gold's 15-minute here. Oscillator's not extended. That's a good sign. Let me take off this 10 sensitivity at once. So it just got that continuation. This thing does look like it wants to keep going on gold. Gold, I mean, if it's just going to hold these, that 2420, probably have no problem. I want to see it. I would want to see this thing pull back a little bit. It extended twice here on the weekly on the offside. Dang, dude, this thing just went nuts. Daily though should be good. Yeah, daily's good. Crazy. Oh yeah, the trend, smart trail. Let's look at the euro. I haven't looked at that. Ooh. Man, euro went 195. It hit it. Wow. Look at this though on the euro here. Look at that. Look at that extension. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. That's so clean. You just can't go wrong. Wow. Euro's big. Euro is big on that 4 hour, or sorry, that daily extension. Euro now. I would have wanted it to hold these highs. 108. Yeah, just look at the range it's in on this weekly. This weekly candle on the euro is gonna have to close over 109.482, and then I would like to see it go retest like 110.3 or something. It hit 110, which is crazy. That's good. Trend lines with breaks, flux out. Like, yes, that's us. That is us. All right, Jets, I'm going to be here for another 8 minutes. You want to go over anything specific, throw in the chat now. Otherwise, I'm going to just going to look at Bitcoin for the time being. 15 minutes, there you go. I mean, it's going to keep going, to be honest. It looks so good. 60K today, please. Back on the bull side for the 4 hour. All markets mega green today. You got to love it. All markets mega green. Tomorrow, there's no news, I don't think. Next week, if you're not following the Twitter, make sure you are. You'll get updated on what's going on. Or I guess if you're not following the X account, make sure you are. Because you're going to be up to date with everything going on each week. That's cool. Addison said your indicator may be $400 profit from 545 in 2 weeks. Thanks for the awesome indicator. Yeah, man. Of course. Don't thank me. Thank our development team. Yes, let's look at render. Again, guys, next week we'll kind of get the stream back on track, I promise. Just trying to get back into the swing of things is tough. After having another baby. Having 2 babies to take care of, man. Exhausting. All right. There's that weekly. There's that weekly. If it can close over this previous high here in December of 23, which is 463 money. I didn't have buys here at 461, but that would have been a pretty decent buy spot. Your best buy would have been here at 360. I wish I would have just placed an order there. I'm pissed I didn't. I like render. I do. It's still new. That's the thing. Price fluctuations are going to be so major on newer cryptos. It'll be so major. It sucks, but it's just part of the process. So picking them up at good key levels, like Link, I wish I got some at 823. RB Sniper, I appreciate that, man. USDJPY. The Jade finally, dollar yen finally comes down. We haven't looked at this probably since we were doing daily streams. It's touched that. Look at how high that 40% order block there. I don't make that up. That's just what was plotted. Look at what price did. Immediately, the second it got to about 142, it just immediately got bought back. Great for people who sleep too much. Yeah, you're right, man. I just feel like I'm constantly tired right now. But hopefully that changes soon. All right. Dude, yeah, no. This still looks like a bear flag to me. Now, I will say this is a nice little pump it had there. You're going to, in my opinion, if you want to go bullish on this and get back over 151. Yo, what's up, Varun, man? You're kind of entering the end of the stream just because today it has to be a little bit shorter. But we'll be back next week, Tuesday, probably do a full stream. And kind of dive back into kind of, you know, how we're doing the stream. We might do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Hey, yo, the bot's working in the main chat. That's surprising. I might go Monday, actually. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. It just depends on time for me, to be honest. Depends on time right now. Dude, I'm just still shook. I think the NASDAQ can go lower. I just do. Or, I mean, just I wish ES went lower. ES is what's conflicting with me. I do think that ES can drop to 5K. I just do think it can. But, I mean, it's a pretty aggressive. I mean, it dropped 10%. Unreal. When do you live stream? We normally live stream every day around like 1 Eastern. I just had a new baby, so it's been just like when I can. But next week we'll probably do between 1 and 2 Eastern, probably 2 Eastern. Ask Pepe. Coinbase stock, yes, let's look at it. So Coinbase stock, remember, had loss on earnings. Had a bad earnings, down 85% in quarter 2. It's like, come on. Last year, when Bitcoin in 2023 of quarter 2, this time last year, where was Bitcoin sitting? We had July of last year, right? Sorry. It was sitting in the 30s, right? It's like, you would think when it was back up here, where majority, like if we look at Coinbase volume on like a weekly chart, right? Back this year in February, March, right? We had crazy volume, right? If we look at July volume last year, not much volume. This is on the coin. This is Bitcoin on Coinbase. You would think they would, have a pretty decent quarter, not, this would be their lost quarter was when Bitcoin's where it's at. It's like, this is, especially with like the meme coins hitting the markets too. I haven't fully looked into why they had such a bad quarter. I mean, they're barely beat on revenue. I mean, they're up from last quarter too. Obviously, they reported 700 million last quarter. They're 145 now. I think it's got to be better than that. It just has to be. Like, look at 2021 to 2023. It's just terrible. But coin right now, 180 was, yeah. This high here, 180 to 188 would have been a good buy zone in my opinion. Let's see here. Yeah, high volumes up there. It's got to get over 200, otherwise it might be actually going lower. Weekly chart, if it could fill that gap, would be clean. This is a decent drop, man. Decent drop on coin there. If we get an all-time high run, then I think we could definitely get something good to come for sure. But all right, I'm gonna do Casper for one of our Huddle Gang members, and then I gotta roll, my friends. But I appreciate you tuning in for the time that we had together. Thank you very much. All right. Ooh, 4-hour high low looks good there. This actually looks good to go retest at least 17.3. Already trying to make that move. This daily, if it closes above yesterday's high, which is 16.74, you think you're good to like 18. I think you're good to like 18. I love, this isn't a bad spot. This is a highly profitable mining coin right now too. Unless I haven't looked at it recently. But I think it's still one of the higher profitable ones. 17.1269. I just hate that. Is there like, maybe this will give it to me. This is a little bit better. Yeah, this is the price I'd watch. 17. 17 is pretty interesting. The money flow profile is literally just here to guide you on where those high volume nodes are, right? This area here, high volume, right? You can zoom in on this. 14.62 down to 13.68, high volume. I would treat it as volume. Don't look at this as a sentiment, right? Don't look like, oh, people are going to sell here, right? Majority of it was sellers on this. You honestly want to look at it on like something like Bitcoin that's traded differently. Actually traded. Up here, majority sellers, right? But very high volume node. The biggest thing for me is escaping these nodes. Usually you'll see consolidation within the yellow, right? High, that's a peak, but you get yellow bar, 61, right, to 68K. That's where consolidation happens, right? There you go. You see consolidation to the node. When it escapes the node, it's probably going to trend or continue in that single direction. It escaped it here, right? Right below 60K, 61, and then it just continued lower, right? But now it's trying to bounce back. Let's get back in that. Once we get back in there above 61,200 on a daily, we might start seeing it push back to that high volume area. So we'll kind of see where that's at. Sentiment at 63235 previously was buys. So people could rebuy there. That's not going to tell me, okay, people are going to buy there. Just it's a good sign that there is a little bit of buying that's happening within that node. So that's kind of what I look for. Yeah, CPI data favored would be great. Would be awesome. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. But Bitcoin right now, and do one more lower time frame. Bitcoin 4 hour. Today, please, we just need Bitcoin to close over 60K. I'll be really happy if it does. I wasn't very bullish on this under that 58K mark. It cleared 58K today. We're looking good. I think it could, if it pulls back anywhere off of 60, if it doesn't fully take out 60, or if it does take out 60 and then pulls back, watch for 58K bounce. If it can respect 58K, I think we're pretty much have shown that it has that bottom. The daily is really nice because here you go. We do have like this low still that we could target if for some reason 58K doesn't hold. 55,823, probably 56 would be that next spot to watch. But going back into like 62 is what we really want to see, 61 to 62 area in the next day or so. But that weekly is pretty keen, right? We got 3 days, 5 hours. On Sunday evening, pray that Bitcoin closes somewhere around 60K or higher. Again, if it can close over 61,500, that would be ideal, okay? So let's pretty much go for that 61 to 62 and go from there. All right, guys? Either way, like always, I appreciate you tuning in. I know it's a shorter stream. Again, next week, we will make sure to have our normal stream times and at least maybe 3 next week. But like always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you follow Twitter if you haven't already to stay updated with everything going on in the market. We're going to start doing spaces on there, too. So get ready for spaces. I'm going to be doing... Willis, is this Ed? If this is you, Ed, I messaged you back today. Hopefully... you got that. I'll check my email after this, though. But Adam, yeah, I appreciate you as well. Sorry, guys. I know it's been a little slow, but we're going to get everything ramped up here. It's going to be a lot better here very soon. Indicator is the money flow profile and signals and overlays and price action concepts. Money flow profile, signals and overlays, price action concepts, okay? So, yeah, guys. Hope you have a great weekend. Again, weekly Bitcoin close over 60 be great. Anywhere where we're at, honestly. Above 55.8, right? There's that 55.8 weekly low as well. Any above that as well looks fantastic. But we'll go over that news. We'll make sure to touch on the news before the week comes, okay? All right, guys. I appreciate you. I'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in like always. And stay safe in the markets, my friends. Follow the Twitter if you want to make sure you got everything going on in the market day by day. And thanks again. See you.